Hey, so South Park was a no-show this week, and because everyone was going to ask me for it anyway, this week I decided to do something I've never done before. I'm going to review an episode of Arrow. Well, okay, technically that's not true. I think back on the Comic Book Has 2 channel, I reviewed like episode 1 and 2 with Armin, but I quickly dropped out after that. For those who don't know my own personal history with this series, I don't like it very much. Never have, in fact. Green Arrow is by far my favorite comic book hero, and the CW show, popular and beloved as it might be, was not my own personal cup of tea. I couldn't deal with all the liberties Arrow takes with its themes, characters, and tones, but then again, I'm such a major fan, nothing short of a straight-up adaptation probably would have pleased me. So, what was so special about this episode, you might be asking? Well, it just so happened to feature paranormal detective John Constantine, played again by Matt Ryan. Now, for those of you out there who don't know, don't care, or missed that particular saga, Constantine, based on the Vertigo comic Hellblazer, had its very own show over on NBC. It was a very faithful adaptation to the comic themes and characters and tone, or at least, well, as faithful as you could be expected to be on network television. Sadly, Constantine was forced to air during the Friday night death slot, a time slot that had claimed many other fan favorite shows before it. Worse still, despite being the progenitor of much of the paranormal detective genre, it seemed like everybody was stealing off Hellblazer's plate, and much like John Carter of Mars, John Constantine may have made it to the screen far too late to be seen as anything but fresh and new. But now we have Haunted, the newest episode of Arrow, which hoped to give fans a chance to see their favorite Cockney magician con man one last time, or at least test the waters to see if the fan base would follow him over to the CW in any meaningful numbers. And FYI, I'm recording this review later in the week, and it seems like the ratings definitely shot up by having old John in it, so who knows what the future could possibly hold at this point. So, as we join the episode, Ollie is running for mayor of Star City. Oh look, they changed the name of the city since I stopped watching, and they also started using some of the best Judd Winnick GA material, deciding to run that through the old Arrow meat grinder. I think what shocked me most about Arrow jumping in after so many seasons of being out is how the show still does the whole Lost-style flashback thing. For a second, I honestly thought Ollie was in the army at some point, but no, he's still on the freaking island. Go figure. How much material can you wring out of the island? A lot, apparently. It's in one of these flashbacks where we meet the star cameo of the episode, John Constantine himself, who's come to the island to look for some manner of magical bauble, so you know, the usual. Back with the A plot, I guess you could call it, but honestly anything that doesn't involve Constantine is a B plot as far as I'm concerned. Sarah Lance has returned from the dead via the Lazarus Pit and is now on a kill-crazy rampage. Arrow deciding to greatly exaggerate the maddening effects the pit has on people, what with the whole speaking in Arabic and crashing through every window. No, seriously, she crashes through like 6 windows in this episode. Also, she's crazy and out of control, but seems to do a damn fine job avoiding detection and capture until it's convenient. Captain Lance also gets roped into doing some dirty work for Damien Dark. Oh wow, this show really is scraping the bottom of the barrel for its 4th season, but hey, I guess that's to be expected when you use up all the well-known Green Arrow villains and all the D-list Batman villains you can get your hands on. FYI, in the comics, Damien Dark was a hip, cool villain for the 90s who had a pager and a power tie, which, geez, was basically all he was in this episode, so hey, good for you, Arrow, for getting one right. Back with Constantine, aka the reason we're all here. Not only is Matt Ryan back in the saddle and cool as ever, but he also came packing his theme music from the show. Ollie ends up saving John's life, which means that he's indebted to him, so we get ourselves an exorcism finale. Well, technically, it's the opposite of an exorcism. This leads to an admittedly very cool scene wherein the heroes enter a magical realm to battle shadow enemies and save Sarah's soul, just in time for her to be White Canary and join that Legends of Tomorrow show. Hey John, you busy? Of course you're not busy. Maybe you should go over and hang out there. Hey, anyone else think it's kinda weird that Constantine barely ever did any big action stuff in his own show, but he's on Arrow for like 1 episode and he already gets into a big sword fight? At least the writers remembered he's not supposed to be an expert combatant and he quickly falls back on casting spells. Haunted was an episode that certainly delivered on all the Constantine stuff I was looking for, but the rest of the show, well, it reminded me why I don't watch Arrow. Be it the endless flashbacks, unlikable whiny protagonist, and its overwrought soap opera style writing, and that is saying something from a property supposedly based off a comic book. But hey, people like what they like, and who am I to judge them? Certainly no one who feels comfortable scoring a show that he doesn't usually watch, that's for sure. Hey everyone, thanks thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.